What's up, you guys, and welcome back again to my channel. Today, we are going to be talking about farming turtles and farming the Scute. That's this thing in my hand that comes off the turtles. Stay tuned. I hope you guys watch the entire video, and if you don't mind, click that like button, subscribe to my channel. All right, stay tuned. All right, let's go ahead and get started. As you guys know, in the last video, I had made this farm right over here, which is a seagrass farm. And I had mentioned in that video that the reason you would want a seagrass farm is if you were going to make a turtle farm, and I hadn't shown you quite yet how to make a turtle farm. So let's go ahead and get into that. The reason you would want a turtle farm, however, is so that you can get the Scute, and the Scute is being used to make turtle shell helmets. Okay, and the turtle shell helmet is one of the best helmets in the game. It actually is the best helmet in the game for doing stuff underwater. Okay, so let's talk about the enclosure that I've made here. Now, to make a turtle enclosure, really, you don't need all of this stuff that I put in here. And really, we only did all this because we wanted it to look good. But really, the only thing you need for a turtle enclosure is sand and something to trap them inside the sand, which is like a fence, and then something over top that's going to keep any sorts of mobs from coming in and killing off your creatures. Mostly, you just need the fence, really, but I like having the roof over them just to keep things from coming in from the top when I'm in here, especially working and doing stuff. So really, you don't even need the roof on top. I think just the fence around some sand will do just fine. Um, and that's really all you need. Everything else here is just aesthetic, and it just makes it look good. And then obviously you need to get a couple of turtles. Now you could do this a couple different ways. First, you could lure them back to wherever you're doing that. And if you have seagrass, the turtles will actually follow you wherever you go. It takes them quite a long time, but it will work that way. Okay. And the second way that you could do that is you could actually go where they regularly spawn. You could feed them the seagrass, and then they will hatch eggs. You just, before the eggs hatch, use Silk Touch, which I have right here, and then mine the eggs with Silk Touch, and then take them back to your own, uh, what do you want to call it, farm, turtle farm, and then plant the eggs in the sand on your own turtle farm. Okay? Now, to get the turtles to make babies, you have to feed them the seagrass, and you have to have at least 2 turtles. So let's show you how that works. 1 and 2. So I fed these 2 the seagrass. They're going to make their little hearts, and it looks like they're kissing. And then once they're done, one of them is going to find a spot in the sand, and then it's going to plant some eggs right there in the sand. It can be anywhere from 1 egg to 4 eggs. Just depends on the turtles, and it depends on whatever the game's chances of the eggs coming. Oh, look, you can see he's throwing up the sand right there, getting ready to lay the eggs, and he's gonna plant she or he. I don't know. Turtles. I don't know if it's boys or girls that lay the eggs, but I'm assuming it's a she. Is going to plant her eggs right there in the sand, and it looks like one from here, but we'll wait until that turtle moves, and then we'll be able to tell how many eggs is planted on the sand right there. It looks like this turtle only laid 1 egg in the sand. Now, once that egg hatches, it takes quite a while, and you have to be within a certain distance of that egg for the time to lapse. Okay. And then once it hatches, after a while, it's going to take a while, then it'll hatch into these little babies. Once these babies grow from the baby size into a full size turtle, then they will drop Scute. If you don't want to wait around for that to happen, then you can just feed the little babies some of this seagrass and it will help them grow. And then you can pick the Scute up right then and there. All right, like these ones, they just already. There's one more. Come on, little guy. Can I feed him? Let's see. There it goes. And then you see he dropped the Scute right back there. Now that should have gave me 6 Scute, but I think I only need 5 to build a helmet. Let's see. Yes, it is just 5 to build one of the turtle shell helmets. And then, once you have it, it's really good for going underwater. Now, this helmet that I have already is a little bit better because it has aqua affinity, it has respiration, and it just works really well. But having the turtle shell under the water by just itself, you can see I don't even have any bubbles coming up under my my hunger bar. Now they just barely popped up right there. Now if I go back to the diamond helmet and switch back to the diamond helmet, actually let's just take the helmet off altogether. If I go into the water, oh, it does take a second, but it should pop up right away. There it goes. And you see the turtle helmet allows you to breathe underwater quite a little bit longer. You can tell there just by throwing the helmet on, it changes the rate. Now you can go back and watch how long it lets you stay underwater just having the turtle helmet on its own, but it's a lot better than having nothing. And then you can enchant this helmet, and then once you enchant it, it'll be much better than the diamond helmet is, especially if you put the same enchantments on it, like aqua affinity and respiration. It'll work much better. And that'll take me a little bit of time to get the books to try to do that. For now, let me just show you once the diamond helmet has it. Dude, I can just sit underwater forever and do whatever I want. And the diamond helmet, look how slowly the little bubbles pop right next to my hunger bar. Dude, I can just sit under here all day and not even worry about it. Now there is another way to breathe underwater, but when you're traveling a lot, you can't exactly take the other item along with you everywhere. I forget what that thing's called, but you have to build a structure that allows you to breathe under the water. Joe, what do you remember? Do you remember what that thing's called? Oh yeah, it's called a conduit. You can build a conduit in an area, and then I believe it's like up to 100 blocks away. It allows you to breathe underwater infinitely, but it's only within the restricted area. That's why the helmets are so nice. When you get the turtle shell helmet and you get it enchanted all the way, it just gives you a ton of time to work under the water without having to worry to go up to the surface. It's a lot nicer. Anyway, that's the reason you would want to have a turtle farm. That is how you raise turtles. That's how you get them to plant their eggs. They will only plant their eggs in the sand. Okay, so don't forget that part. You have to wait for the eggs to hatch. Be very careful not to step on the eggs, because I think it's 3 or 4 times if you step on them. Then it might even be less than that actually. If you keep stepping on the eggs, they will actually break, and then you won't get your turtles. So make sure you avoid stepping on the eggs at all costs. The turtles won't break it because it's their own eggs, but if you step on it or if zombies get to it, they will destroy the eggs. So make sure that you take care of the eggs. That's the whole reason for the fence around the farm as well, to keep all the mobs off of it. And then once you raise the little babies up and you get them to grow to full size, they'll drop the Scute, and then you can pick it up and make yourself a turtle helmet. Anyway, what do you guys think? Did you like the video? If you did, please go down to the bottom, click that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. If you know anybody else who enjoys this kind of thing, who likes watching this kind of thing, please share my channel with them. It really helps my channel grow. And we will see you guys next time. Take care.